Definitely. Hannah? Well, it is a story of success that is going to reach a new level on this Monday morning, or rather midday. Ladies and gentlemen, dear KTM directors, board, employees, of course, partners, representatives of Red Bull, all the media, and of course, all the people, all the fans watching the live stream at home. Welcome to the Red Bull KTM Factory Bike Presentation 2017. KTM, only since a couple of years, is part of the Road Racing World Championship, and only in that short time, they managed to win a couple of World Championship titles. So I guess all of us, we're more than curious what is going to happen this season, and of course, what is underneath those covers. But before we talk about the future, I'd say let's talk a little bit about the past, the very successful past. Not so long ago, in January, one of the most prestigious motorsport events in the world took place, the Rally Dakar. And KTM, since 16 years in a row now, managed to bring home that title. So I would say, let's talk a little bit Dakar, and most important, let's celebrate our Dakar heroes. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for the winner of the Rally Dakar 2017, Sam Sunderland, and finish in second place in the Rally Dakar from Austria, Matthias Walkner. Please come on stage. What an appearance. I think appropriate, and for you guys, it's easier to find your way, I guess, on the bikes anyways. First of all, both of you, congratulations. And Sam, 16 years in a row, KTM is winning that trophy. What does that mean to now be part of this huge story of success? That's teamwork, you know?
Yeah. For me, it's a huge honor to be part of this team and this family. And I think in a race like the Dakar, you're so tired and you're running on such little amount of sleep that it only comes down to passion. And you really need to have that to get the job done. And I feel really lucky to be part of this team, for sure.
You're also the first Brit to ever win that trophy. What did happen when you came home? How was that feeling?
Yeah, it's been really cool. The last days I was in London and doing some sightseeing and some pictures and things, and it's been really nice to have that reception, to come back to the first British guy, and even saw the boss in London there, which was also a nice surprise. But it's been really cool.
I heard you really met each other, but not intentionally.
No, it's a small world sometimes, and we was parked on the side of the road, and it was a really nice surprise.
Very, very nice. And Matthias, you also have some history with the Dakar. Last year, there was an accident, you broke your leg, and it was a long and hard way back, but all the effort, it paid off, finishing second. How happy are you about that?
It's quite...
Oh.
Thank you, Sammy.
It's incredible, really, guys. You impressed me.
No, it was
Totally.
pretty cool for me, because the first two Dakars went not so good, and after a half year just with rehabilitation and up and downs, the first main goal, of course, was to see the finish line. And then when you finish second, or more or less on the podium, it gives you so much back and feels so good. And me and Sam was the same situation. We never finish a Dakar, then we stay in the same camper and finish 1 and 2, so it was not so bad.
So how did you spend the last weeks? Just celebrating?
No, actually I make like 1 or 2 reset at the parties, and yeah.
Do you know more about that?
And no.
Maybe, okay.
Most of the time I spend in the mountains, because now the snow is really good and we have so nice weather, and I choose does this what I want to do, and it's cool.
Very, very well deserved. And of course, everybody who wants to see your tough way back, you can do that anytime online on Red Bull TV, the documentary Chasing Dakar. Well, I would say it's now time for a group photo, but you know, to do a group photo, of course, we need a group. We need a bigger group. We need those people who are highly responsible for that huge success here. So please welcome everybody. The CEO of KTM, please welcome Stefan Pierer on stage, the motorsport director, Pit Beirer, the KTM motorsport pioneer, Heinz Kienigartner. I'd also like to welcome on stage, yes, Heinz, it's your turn now, and of course the team manager, Alex Döringer, and the technical director, Stefan Huber. Just, I don't know, line up a little bit for a really, really nice group picture. And I step back a little bit. Ja, da können schon Emotionen kommen. Show us a little bit of emotions. It's 16 years in a row that you're winning, so? Yeah. It's always easier with applause, of course. And I just see already chatting, of course, if we could pass on. No, please stay with me on stage. This is such a tradition and such a long story of success. How do you feel now that we all, please stay here, that we all celebrate this great story of them too?
Rally is basically our history. Yeah, it's almost 24 years ago when Heinz convinced me, let's participate on the Dakar. So Heinz was changed the style of the Dakar. He was in charge for the speed. He changed overnight and brought in the speed. On navigation, he was not that experienced. Everybody knows. Yeah. But he is basically the father of that, and the rally success after 7 years is the success of KTM, and that's prolonging 16 times. It's really outstanding, and every year, beginning of the year, we are staying close to every information from internet, wherever, or from Heinz, from the satellite telephone. And this year is a special thing because the first British winner. But that was not the reason that I have visited you on Friday. It just happened. It was outstanding. I was traveling on a road show from A to B, and then I have seen him on a photograph session at the River Thames. In the beginning, you were surprised, or?
Yeah, I couldn't be in the place. So.
And especially Matthias' way last year, it was tough. He made a huge work, and we are very proud to have an Austrian rider at the podium. So thank you very much, gentlemen. All the best. Already, the Dakar is that important for us because it's the first racing in a calendar year. And if it's going well, then it's like a turbocharger for everybody. Hubert Trunkenbolz in sales, down to racing. So Pete knows what does it mean. So thank you for that. Great job.
Big applause one more time. Congratulations. You can keep that. But Sam, I'd love to have your microphone. Thank you very much. And please, if you just stay a little longer here on stage, because we now talked about the transition, 16 years in a row bringing home the title. But MotoGP, this is something brand new, of course, for KTM. What was the final reason for this decision to make this huge step and enter MotoGP, Mr. Pierer?
It's coming from the market, I would say. 3 years ago, we have overtaken our most liked competitor in Europe, BMW, in numbers, in sales. Yeah, racing, it's not that outstanding because they don't race anymore. So Hubert Trunkenbolz was saying to touch the podium worldwide as number 3 in sport motorcycle industry, we have to go to MotoGP. And I will support you with additional sales. Then I talked to Pete, and Pete set up a perfect program because his first priority was set up the infrastructure here. All the know-how, all the people, all the, we call it spaceship Pete, racing enterprise. I think it's a benchmark worldwide. And then in a 3 years program, we did our homework, and now it's getting real. So we're really a little bit, I would say, not nervous, but
It sounds a little bit easy though, but Pete, I mean, with all the success you already had off-road and also in Moto3 with the World Championship titles, is that a little bit of pressure now as you first time enter Moto2 and MotoGP? I mean, that's two classes at the same time.
I mean, we are very well experienced in racing, but of course now entering on this level of MotoGP is still another dimension also for our whole company. But I mean, pressure, that's what we love. We are racers, so that's nothing special for us to handle. But of course, the last weeks and months have been an adventure and a huge effort of the whole company. So I have to thank, first of all, our board of directors, Mr. Pierre, to give us the trust that we can prepare the road into MotoGP. But all this would not be possible without all the other disciplines we raced before, where we have learned a lot about racing. But of course now it's another dimension, and we are really looking forward for that step into MotoGP.
You already said it, it's the road into MotoGP. What do you think is the main benefit of having teams in each class?
I mean, for us now, this is a dream come true, because in all other disciplines, in rally, in motocross, in enduro, we build up young riders and we stick together with them. Mostly or many times through their whole career, in good days, in bad days, championships. And on the street, it was always some kind of sad that we build up in the Red Bull Rookies Cup so many young riders. Then we go into Moto3, and from there we lose the riders. Then we had that MotoGP project first, where we know we will need top riders anyway one day. And losing them in between for Moto2 was somehow horrible. Just imagine that a world champion like Brad Binder needs to leave us. And now we closed that gap. We are doing also Moto2. So our kids, they can stay with us if we are lucky also through their whole career and also through all the classes. So that's the main reason why we go through all the classes now.
A dream came true, a dream comes true, but that only happens, of course, with the right partners. And over many years, this partner is Red Bull, and therefore I'd like to ask on stage, please, Red Bull Motorsport Manager Thomas Überall. Please give a big applause. Thomas, one of the very first Red Bull athletes was Heinz Kienigartner, and I guess we don't have to talk about that story of success. Red Bull generally in motorsports is very, very successful, but MotoGP also for you, being a team now, is new. Why did you also decide to do that?
Yes, also for us, Heinz is the reason probably why we are here. Heinz was one of the first athletes I had the chance to meet when I started at Red Bull some years ago. And he also was the one who brought me into this KTM family. And with all these years, yes, with all the success you mentioned already, and then after a bit joining the motorsport department in 2007, yeah, everything was even moved a step higher, and we started to win and win and win in off-road and in the United States and everywhere. And then with the start in Moto3, as you already mentioned, it was a great jump into the road racing. And now it's, of course, clear for us as an Austrian company, as a company with such a long history together with KTM, just to join this project from the first day on. And this is why we're here now, and we're very happy, and we're looking forward into the same successful steps as we did it with off-road up to the MotoGP World Champion title, hopefully very soon. No pressure, Pete.
thank you.
That's always the most important sentence, but no pressure. But I would say it is now really time to unveil the big secret. So please, everybody, I normally wouldn't ask you guys that, but please step a little bit aside this time. Because to unveil the 2070 bikes, this can only be done, of course, by the heroes themselves, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome from Moto3, Nicolo Antonelli and Bo Bendsnyder. From Moto2, Brad Binder and Miguel Oliveira. And riding those factory bikes, Red Bull KTM, Bradley Smith and Paul Espargaro. So, gentlemen, please line up next to your bulls. I hope everybody is on the right one. You know, but the cover is not that easy. You sure? You're sure you're standing right? Then I would say, let's unveil the big secrets, gentlemen. Please show us the Red Bull KTM Factory Bikes 2017 ready to race. David. Looks pretty good. Really, everybody got the right number, Paul. Starting with you, also the first time you see this bull. How'd you like it?
Oh, impossible that you don't like it. It's beautiful. Yeah, so beautiful, yeah.
I mean, we can all see that, but we all don't know is what is it like to ride this bull?
Well, right now it's a little bit wild, a little bit too wild, but actually it feels really good because, you know, KTM in MotoGP is really, really new in compared to the other brands, and you know, we are making steps, huge steps in front, and we are improving. You know, every time we jump on a bike, we are closer than them, and this is really beautiful to see the evolution and the progression of this bike, and I just thanks to KTM to trust in me and in this project.
Okay, thank you, Paul Espargaro. Coming to Bradley Smith. Bradley, also for you, first time in a factory team. How does that feel?
Yeah, certainly there's a lot of pressure. You know, it's something that you've always wished for and, you know, you've worked for throughout your career, but finally when you get that opportunity, there's the pressure that comes with it. But I certainly embrace the opportunity that I have. And, you know, both me and Paul and all of the KTM team will be working, you know, extremely hard. And yeah, we've been busy already so far in these winter tests, and the work won't stop, you know, just yet. It's just the beginning. So very excited to see what 2017 brings.
Also very important. You spent a lot of time in Austria with winter time, rehab. How are you doing? How's your injury doing?
Yeah, I was at the Red Bull DTC in Taugau. It was fantastic to be there 6 weeks. Was essential, you know, really for my getting ready for the new season. So now I'm back to full fitness and ready to chase my teammate around the racetrack.
Okay, thank you, Bradley. Yeah, of course, big applause. I'm sneaking here to Miguel Oliveira, who is rejoining the Orange family back to Red Bull KTM. How happy are you about that?
Yeah, I'm very happy to be a part of all the projects, and after working with KTM in 2015, for sure was a really nice feeling to come back, and thanks for them to taking me on this project, embracing a new challenge, going with the Moto2 KTM bike, and yeah, looking forward for it.
How have the first laps been on the bike?
Yeah, it's been really positive. We have been testing this month, and so far so good. So we still have a lot of things to improve, but for sure we will get there. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Miguel Oliveira. Please give an applause. And I'm heading to the reigning Moto3 World Champion from Red Bull KTM Ayo. Now you stepped up to Moto2, but yeah, Brad, I guess you expected your off-season a little differently. A crash, a broken arm, operations. How are you feeling now?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Unfortunately, the off-season wasn't what I wanted it to be. Had a lot more time chilling than I would have liked, but you know, at the end of the day, go to the doctor tomorrow, and I'm sure he'll give me the clear to start testing and carry on as normal.
Okay, what are your goals for 2017?
Well, I mean, stepping up from Moto3 into Moto2 is always going to be really, really tough. But, you know, I haven't really set myself a goal, to be honest. I just want to get on the bike and try and improve every time I get on it. And yeah, I mean, just going to try carry on working as hard as possible and see where we end up.
Go with the flow. The South African way, I guess. Please give an applause. And I'm heading to your former teammates. the Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup winner from 2015. Last year, you've been the teammate here of Brad, and also you already managed some podiums. What are the goals for this year?
Yeah, I want to be consistently in the top 10 and hopefully fighting for many podiums. But yeah, I hope to be consistent in the top 10, and then we will see what happened this year.
And also, how do you like the new bike? How are you feeling on it?
Yeah, what Paul say is difficult to don't like this bike because it's so beautiful. So really happy to ride this bike.
Okay, thank you, Bo Bensnyder. And Nicolo, I'm joining here. A new team, a new bike. How are you feeling in this family?
Yeah, it's fantastic to be here, and it's my first year with this team, and I'm really proud to be here, and the bike is fantastic, and I only need to work to myself for try to do a good result.
We already had the world champion in this team, so might that be a goal?
Yeah, he did a fantastic year, and I want to try to do it.
Okay, thank you. So one more time, big applause. Those are the riders for 2017, but of course we now also want to talk a little bit with their kind of bosses on the circuits of the world. Please welcome Red Bull KTM team manager Mike Leitner and the team manager of Moto2 and Moto3, Aki Ayo. Mike, coming straight from Australia. First of all, of course, how happy are you? How satisfied are you with the last tests?
Yeah, first of all, I want to say to see that I'm super happy. I mean, we worked very hard. All the company was working like crazy in the last year to have a moment like this now to start a project. And yeah, to be fair, the progress is very nice. What we see since Sepang, after Valencia race, we had some issues. We tried to fix them. The designers, all workers worked very hard, so we went in the correct direction, and I think the riders feel the same. I hope so. This is the most important.
Nodding, always important when the boss is talking.
And yeah, super happy.
What is the biggest challenge in guiding a brand new team in MotoGP?
There are many challenges. I mean, the most important thing is that we keep motivated these two boys, and that we can deliver things what they feel in lap time and good feeling on the track. And that is, I think, the main goal what everybody here in this house is working for.
Thank you, Mike Leitner. Big applause. And Aki, what can we say? Your teams last year have been the dominating force in Moto3 and Moto2. What do you expect this season, 2017? What can top that?
Of course, first of all, we are all so proud to be part of this project. This is something incredible, and we are so thankful to be here. But yes, it's difficult after good season always. Of course, expectation is really high when the results were really good last year, but we need to keep always feet on the ground, because every season is different, especially now with this great project in Moto2. We really have to start from the zero, let's say, that it's new project. So we cannot expect to start winning races immediately, but of course it's our target during the project. But in Moto3, of course, first of all, we have raced already many years with KTM, and has been great every year. We have been always close to fight for the title as well. So for sure we try this year, of course, same, but no pressure, boys. But we will try it always. And in Moto2 also we have so great guys, so of course our target needs to be really high.
Okay. And totally without pressure, thank you very much. I wish all of you a very, very successful, a great season. Most important, a healthy season 2017, and to show the importance of this huge step, I already said it, we have the whole board of directors of KTM here, and therefore I'd like to ask them now on stage, please, for the group picture. Hubert Trunkenbolz, Harald Pöckinger, Viktor Siegel, and also the designer of these beauties. Please welcome Gerald Kiska. It's now everybody's turn already to line up. So shake hands. I really have to say, they look amazing, Mr. Kiska. It's now time for the group pictures. If you probably line up here a little bit. So, yeah. That needs, of course, some directing. I don't dare to do that because, you know, that's the group picture that goes out the media everywhere. So please, Philip, do your job. Those are the Red Bull KTM Factory Teams 2017. Thanks, everybody, for joining, for all the support. I hope we all see each other, of course, starting in Qatar at the MotoGP. And of course, I hope we see each of you on Servus TV. So thanks a lot, and have a wonderful Monday and season, of course.